It's only been 2 weeks and Donald Trump has already attempted a de facto ban on gender-affirming care for trans youth, with threats towards adult care as well, forced incarcerated trans women into men's prisons, and made strides to eliminate and defund programs for queer inclusion, diversity, and education. These are policies that will get trans folks killed. Point blank, period. Puberty blockers have been shown to reduce suicide risk in trans youth by over 70%. And hormone replacement therapy has been repeatedly proven to lower rates of depression, anxiety, and suicide in trans youth and adults. With that being said, this horrifyingly rapid descent into fascism, not just in the area of queer rights, is a lot to unpack and grapple with. What do we do exactly, you ask? Many will continue to say things like, "We will vote him out again, we did it once before," as if that in itself will solve the issue. Clearly, it didn't the first time, and to think it will a second time is laughable. Even if we manage to get rid of Donald Trump, the problem goes far beyond just him. The Republican Party as a whole is an anti-trans fascist coalition, with the opposition being Democrats, who aren't much better. Democrats have for the most part responded to these attacks in 2 ways. 1, silence. 2, taking on the same fascist anti-trans ideology for themselves. When Kamala Harris was running for president and she was asked if she would protect trans rights, how did she respond? She simply said she will follow the law, with no regard for if the law is anti-trans and no opinion on how the law should or shouldn't be. Democratic Representative Seth Moulton from a safe blue Massachusetts congressional district stated, "I have 2 little girls. I don't want them getting run over on the playing field by a male or formerly male athlete." Another Democratic representative, Tom Swoozy, stated, "I don't think biological boys should be playing in girls' sports." And most Democrats in Congress wouldn't even do so much as defend their own trans staffers, visitors, and colleagues, Sarah McBride, when Republicans instated an anti-trans bathroom ban at the Capitol. Evidently, fascism cannot and will not be defeated at the ballot box. It can only be defeated through direct action, mutual aid, educating, learning, protests, boycotts, and at the end of the day, force. To rely on electoralism to defend the rights of marginalized folks is to rely on a system that simply cycles between fascists and their enablers every 4 to 8 years. The Stonewall rioters and early LGBTQIA+ activists weren't politely asking for their right to exist, and they weren't simply going to the ballot box every couple years to vote in the lesser evil. They demanded their rights through direct action at the riots. They provided each other with housing, food, medications, and so forth through mutual aid and organizations such as STAR, founded by Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Rivera. Queer folks and queer bars participated in a successful boycott of the Florida Citrus Commission orange juice when spokesperson Anita Bryant became a leader in the anti-queer rights movement. They all around did the real work to fight for liberation without relying on politicians to save them. This is to say that we must be actively anti-queer antagonism in our everyday lives. If you see anti-queer hate in person or online, speak up. If there's a protest you can attend without inaccessibility, caretaking, work, or other responsibilities interfering, do it. If you have the opportunity and time to educate someone on a queer topic they're uneducated on, do it. If you have the time or opportunity to learn something new about queerness, do it. If you have the ability, money, or resources to help a queer person in need of food, transportation, healthcare, housing, and so on, do it. And this applies to combating all forms of bigotry and fascism, not just anti-queerness. Amidst the rise in anti-queer hate, many companies have dropped the pro-queer rainbow capitalist mask, and they've reversed course on a variety of pro-queer policies. We mustn't allow these companies to use us for profit only to sell us out later. They must pay the price for their broken promises and feigned support and be made an example out of for what happens when companies cave to fascism. On screen will be a list of companies to boycott that have taken anti-queer courses of action. If we don't act now, and I mean taking real action, not just voting every 1, 2, 3, or 4 years, the fight for trans liberation and queer liberation will be set back an inconceivable degree. Well, thank you for watching this video. If you want to find me elsewhere, you can follow me on Twitter at IsabellaScarlett2. You can follow me on Instagram at IsabellaScarlett_. You can follow me on BlueSky, IsabellaScarlett. And you can also find me on Tumblr. Thank you for watching. Bye!